Coming to you at Tuesday, November 6th, 2018. It's 1200 hours and 29 minutes. Today, this is for my Caucasoids, white, anybody of the race of people with pale skin. We call vanilla, we call white, we call them other names because of the things they say and did and throughout history that they continue to do. I want to bother you. I'm gonna bother you because I want to do separate ones, different down the lines. Like I want to talk to individual because also I talk to my people, my race of people. Today I want to talk to people that's not of my race. Synopsis is a survey or understanding or outline of things that we want to talk about. So I want to give like my ask you some questions through some my synopsis. And the first synopsis is I respect everything a white, quote unquote, white person, I'll call you Caucasus person, has ever done for my people to have a different way of life from the eyes of fairness and what we want to call equality and justice for all, land of the free, home of the braves. But I feel like we in the inequality and it's not fair and you're very discriminatory with stigmas and stereotypes. Land of the we call it land of the free, home of the braves. Land of the slaves, homes of the slaves. Like this country, this organization, this federal republic have never been about democracy. Today is a day of everybody have their democracy. But there's laws through legislation, through Congress, through our government that have been passed down over and over and over and over again to show us that we're not going to give you a fair chance. There's not going to be an equal opportunity for everybody and all. So we had to create all these different they're labyrinths of schemes. There's many directions, many paths, many routes, many orders, many agendas, many places. Like you got the news station, you got 80 billion news stations. Then you got all these different companies, but they all work together. But let alone leave out one race of people that supposedly we're the dumbest race, we're the worst race, we're animalistic, we're horrible, we bad. The men treat our women bad, the women ain't nothing, the women treat the men bad. But yet, till this day in the 20th century, keep saying the 21st century, but it's not. 21st century being 2100. We're not there yet. We're only in the 20th. And how come now? Here's my questions to caucus people. If you see people you want us to see as fair, please do not bring up statistics. Because we all know how the statistics are made. They're through surveys. One survey says we're going to take these people in this area and draw an outline of what we want to know as statistics. Or we're going to use a survey in one area and tell me that's what everybody thinking. That's how everybody feels. And niggas keep raining. City keep raining every day. But hopefully it help the plants and animals. And tell us that's how it's going to go. But what I have found is you separate the statistics. So even in that, that's not even outlined as fair. Stop wanting to use words that is wrong just because you hear us say them. They're wrong. I don't even like hearing certain words. I don't want to hear the words, especially when somebody else of another race say it. It's bad enough that we say it ourselves. Mean that. And I don't try to change the meaning of words. But let me get down to it. There's one thing I never truly see. We hear about it, but we don't see it. Is Caucasus people advocating and promoting what we are promoting. Every time I promote of movement, it's always shot down with, oh, this is just like the other movement. This is like KK. Oh, this is like the KK. This is a whatever. And it's like, no, it's not even close to supremacy movements because we come in a mind of peace. We don't have weapons walking around marching the streets. We saying, please stop, hands up, don't shoot. Where is the problem in that? And then the first thing you like to say, well, you have riots and destroy your community. We don't own no land in the community, so how are we destroying this community? We own no property. I'm not saying that's right, But at the same time, how come if you truly, it was in my head how I wanted to say this. If you're advocating and promoting, why are we still going through the same things we're going through from the 1950s? I can leave that right there. But it was truly something the Spirit gave me. The Spirit is looking at us. The entity that we call the Almighty is looking at us like, you're wrong, my people. You all are my people. You all have a spirit in you that we cannot replicate or clone or duplicate people. And need people to create people. And in my 35 years, when are we going to see? There we go. This is where it's coming to. A person that don't look like me stand on national TV and say Colin Kaepernick. I know it's an agenda. I know what that is. But I'm just giving out different things I'm going to call out. Colin Kaepernick injustice on African American indigo men and women in the street is being treated to the point of, why is there so many of us dying? I know why it's going on, but I'm trying to get our minds. This is to the white community, and then our people. And I know you, my people that I call African descent indigo men and women will understand this. We want to know some answers. We finally want to hear from the groups. I want to hear from the legislature. I want to hear from the government. I want to hear from Congress. I mean, in all honesty, if you have a hurt, even when Captain took the knee, Greg Jennings and Josina Anderson, African descent man and woman, that work for sports analysts, have called out all the owners of the NFL to talk to one of them in the private conversation. Just like any news or media outlet, they will give them the questions, and you have time to prepare to answer these questions. Not one of those owners spoke out. Not one. The owner of the NFL spoke out, but let's go past that. Why is it now that these police that are so-called scared of me because of the color of my skin, because I wear a hoodie, why are they not speaking out? Like, I don't see nobody coming out. See, and that's making us, and you trying to say we're crazy, we're stupid, there's no orders, there's no agenda, there's no propaganda, but we don't see nobody speaking out on our behalves. The saying, I have black friends, I have African descent, indigo, descendant friends and men and women. They don't do that. I don't hear nobody ever say that. Not one. That's why I say I don't have Caucasian friends, because I know the truth to be the truth. I don't want to go to somebody's house that their brother can call me a name. If my sister called you a name in your house, I would punch her in her face, or my brother. That's just me. That's defending what I call, if I'm going to say this is just and fair, I'm going to treat you as equal. I'm going to treat you fairly as I treat my mother and sister. Why would I allow my mother and sister to call you out of a name when you in their sights and out of their sights? Why would I even still allow them to do that? See, we don't see, and this is why I don't really get into this. It don't anger me. It don't aggravate me. I'm no longer surprised. This is the bad. When a Caucasian person called me a nigger, I am no longer surprised. I am no more affected by it. I can see somebody being murdered. I am no more affected by watching somebody murdered. Not saying I have sympathy or empathy, but why is it we don't stand? Why is it that you will not stand up? Now I'm talking to my Ray. You talk, we so bad, you watching it, but you never do nothing. You got friends, you never say nothing. You never, we talking about how Kanye West, we always the ones, my race of people, African descent, men and women, oh, let's go help her. Let's go do this. So I never see, and it's always televised. I never see you say, let me just go to help her. Every time I see a white man helping a black woman, quote unquote, black and white, he's usually about to be in a, that is so amazing he's done that. And then you see him in a relationship later on. Or you down there, best friends, building up a relationship. You never see it from the heart, and he just move past and move on past her. And say, I helped her because that was out of the kindness of my heart. Everything we have to say and do, we have to use those words. Well, I helped because it was out of the kindness of my heart. I helped because that was the right thing to do. We never say that for Caucasian people. We never hear that or say that. But somehow you want me to to like the religion believe. I'm not a believer, I'm a knower, and I like to think and use my mind. Until then, I know for truth and all facts and all truth that caucus people don't like me. Prove me wrong. Show me I'm wrong. Go get on national TV. You know what'll happen to you? They'll kill your ass. That's why you won't do it. Truth be told. That's why you don't see these top. You don't see a Tom Hanks, a Brad Pitt, or you don't even see other races like Jennifer Lopez. You see the same people make an argument, and then when you finally see a man or a woman that's of my race speaking, they sound dumb as hell. They sound like they you can feel the inside hate. You just waiting for the one thing. Like I watched this one thing when the man and woman got on the TV, he attacked her right away, and the first thing the women said, "Oh, you ain't protect her." Hold up, isn't her husband white? Serena husband is white. Tia husband is Nia Long was with a white woman. Who all these black women? Not one time since black men. I'm talking to the white husbands. I've never seen you defend your woman. Not one time I heard you speak out. You know why? Because your ass don't give a fuck. I can say it like that. You don't give a damn about what's really going on. Why? Nobody talks about that. So, Serena won't talk about it, but that's the man he married her. Ooh, she had an extravagant wedding. Or the other lady, she looked black. She married a prince. He don't advocate for her. So why is that? It's so funny that we go through this and we wonder why there's no solutions. If I have a white friend, my white friends will understand where I'm coming from. There would not be a time when my white friend would think it's okay to say the N word. There would not be a time where they think they can do certain things and say certain things and it's okay. I don't care. Even my friends that use the N word, I'm like, dude, I don't like the N word. Guess what happened? He don't say it. Or he says it and he's like, oh, yeah, yeah. And it's not out of a punk. I had the hardest of dudes. I know a dude murdered and he still respects me. Because I let him know, dude, this is how I am. I respect you. And it had nothing to do with me being out of man like, oh, you a pussy. You a chump. It had nothing to do with that. And even if this man was never taught courtesy, he understood at least like, damn, he don't like this. I don't like certain things either. That's why I'm ready to go kill this dude. That's why I'm ready to go fight this dude. He did something out of disrespect towards me. Well, so why would not transfer back the same or reciprocate the same understanding as him or me? Don't I want that? So we have to really truly ask ourselves, this country not moving forward. This is not going to make America great again. We voting today. That's not going to change not one thing. You talk about the Democratic Party was established with the Republican Party. There was always a Republican Democratic Party. So there was slavery. Nobody talks about, it was a Democratic and Republican Party, but there was slavery. There's a Democratic and Republican Party, there was slavery. There's a Democratic and Republican Party, and things are still the way it is when it was slavery. So we talking about we want change. They don't want change. That's truth be told. Like I said, if they're going to really talk to us, come on our platforms. Come tell us, come help us. It's not even that we're looking for your help, but you say you stand together, one for all. You know, not only time caucus people want to talk to black people, when they make an ass of themselves. It's about, that's damn right. We need to stop killing each other first. Individuals. The people that's doing that to one each other. It's individuals. Just like you have individuals in your community, how the Caucasian man loses his job and kill his wife, how he rapes his daughter every day and he's having sex with her. Nobody talks about that. I think that's funny. Haha. See, I'm talking about thing. Every time I talk about what really matters, and I'm not just talking about like the dignity, genuity, and respect, guess what happens? It's always this, it's something coming against. So either you're going to stand with me or you come against me. I don't stand for this country. I come for this country. I reside in this country and I live in this apartment. I live here. I can move about anytime I want, and if some type of respect. But then you will want respect back. Yeah, cut off my life. That was amazing. I got cut off. Thought that was very funny, but whatever. So I just want to finish this off before I get cut off again. For some odd reason, I got cut off. So I want to finish. Is synopsis. If we really don't come together, I don't care what nobody say. Owners of companies, that people that control, I'm gonna say control the power, that have businesses that's been doing well for a long time. That's of caucus, ethnicity, nationality. There's no way in this world that we also talk about the African descent men and women not having the shalom. I want to finish this another time. Shalom.